in Elder Torrey to read the first and second verse. First and second verse.
Amen. Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Everybody say amen. 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 I'm going to read also 1 John 3:2. Beloved, now we are the sons of God, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him. Look at your neighbor, said, be like him. For we shall see him as he is.
See him as he is.
We shall see him as he is. If I had to use a subject topic, it would be, it's time for Christ to shine. It's time for Christ to shine. It's time for the Christ to shine. Look at someone next to you and say, it's time to shine. It's time to shine. It's time to shine. As a matter of fact, Christ wants you to shine. He wants you to get it.
Amen.
In order for him to shine, you have to shine and understand the responsibility of shining. It's very imperative that we understand. So we seeing and spiting God, and we be able to see God, God will cause us to come into his likeness. Right now, you are going through something, whereas God is showing you his likeness. He's showing you who he is. He's showing you, amen, a picture. He's trying to bring you into a place so that you can be able to showcase who he is out of you. So certain things about us need to, it needs to die. It needs to leave. We don't want to admit it, but we think that we okay. You know, we think that we all right, and we don't want to give off too much information. But we know at the end of the day, in secret, we are dealing with issues. And we are dealing with things. And so God is trying to get us into a place where we are able to understand. And so the Lord, he's trying to reveal so that we can be able to come into change. The most important difficulty about this walk is trying to convert ourselves to a different lifestyle. Trying to get ourselves to adapt to something that we're not comfortable with, that is actually fighting our fleshly needs. And so God is trying to get us into a place where, amen, we can be able to come into his nature. And so we can be able to exhibit everything in who he is. So at the end of the day, amen, our conversion can be covered and irrelevant due to our own ability and our own knowledge. And so change outside of God, it causes certain things not to last. And so God is trying to get us to a place where we will begin to understand. We didn't get it before. That's why you've been through certain things in the last 6 and 7 months. That's why there have been some changes taking place, because God is trying to get you prepared, amen, for the next phase of your life. This is actually the end of another chapter for you. Not because it's the year, another year, but you are coming into the end of yourself. And we don't want to see the end of ourselves, yet we say it out of our mouths. But when the end of ourselves comes, we're fighting. When the end of ourselves will come, we'll begin to struggle in those areas. And so God is trying to say, I'm trying to bring the best out of you. You may not be the best. You may not be confident. You may not necessarily be all together. Look at your neighbor and say, I ain't all together. I ain't all together. But at the end of the day, although I'm not all sure, everything, but it's everything about, even in my lack of being sure, it's still faith attached. In other words, what I'm saying is that you don't necessarily know where you're going, but you know you're going somewhere.
Right. Amen.
You don't know everything that is involved in your transition, but you know that God is doing something in you. Amen. And you can't even explain it, but that is called faith. And so now this is a faith walk. You're actually walking by faith. Good job. Amen. Because you are now walking in a faith walk. Before, you have to feel things. And before, you depend on prophecy and you depend on things. Amen. But God is saying, I'm putting you in a season that you have to depend on nothing but a word and nothing but an echo sometimes. It's nothing but just God and himself. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do, amen, with a person. We get so attached to people and we get so attached to things. And so God is saying, now you're going to understand what true faith is all about. Amen. In other words, you don't have to see the evidence now. You just know in your spirit that God has resonated something in you. There is an assurance in you that God is doing something. Amen. And you know that you don't want to miss it.